This is Let's Talk to Lucy, starring Lucille Ball. A very warm welcome to you all. I'm Gary Morton, and now, let's talk to Lucy.
Hi, this is Lucy. In introducing Dean Martin's lovely wife, Jean, on our show Wednesday, I mentioned that those of us in show business have our favorites, too. And there's one performer almost everyone in this town agrees on. He's always been my favorite, Mr. Dean Martin. Hi, Dino.
Hi, darling.
Are you on your way to play golf?
Yes, I am.
That's a daily ritual with you, right?
When I'm not working, I play golf 3 times a day. In the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. I play golf all the time.
Where do you find a night course?
Right at the house. I hit balls up against a net or up against one of the kids.
Your wife has been telling me some very nice things about how and why you have a happy home. And
How long did she talk?
Well, she talked a couple of days.
Did she breathe at all?
Yes, she breathed now and then.
No, I don't pay no never mind to her when she talks. You know, I ball Jeannie out, and when I'm balling her out, she doesn't know it because she's talking. She's not listening.
You don't really ever bawl Jeannie out. You know too well how wonderful she is for you.
I know that. We wouldn't have been married for 15 or 16 years.
It's 15, for your information.
Oh, 15.
You have a 15th wedding anniversary coming up. I just got a couple of things I want to ask you. First of all, what is the name of your single record?
Oh, it's called Everybody Loves Somebody, and it might be a big hit.
I'm afraid it might.
Yeah, because there's a lot of other people singing in it. It's a big choral group, and I come in every once in a while in the empty spaces.
I see. And your album?
It's called Dream with Dean.
Ah.
That's just with a guitar and a bass and a celeste. It's very pretty.
Dino, would you want your children to become performers?
I want my children to become whatever they want to become. If they want to go to college, be doctors, lawyers, or entertainers, it's entirely up to them, long as they do it all in a nice way. That's all. Little Dino at first wanted to go to Chicago, become a gangster. I didn't like that. He had his own gun. He got it from a catalog. And he saw all the movies. He wanted to go there to learn.
How old was he then, 6?
He was about 8 years old.
About 8. And he gave that up.
He gave that
to
up.
become a guitarist and get into a little combo with Desi and another little boy, right?
And there's something.
Mm-hmm. And they're going to make a record.
They're going to make a record very shortly.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to put a hole in that record or not.
I understand that they gave up rehearsing because they weren't improving anything. They just
No, it's not they weren't improving. 2 of them told me that they couldn't get any better. That's it. That's it. They can't get any better.
God.
They have all their regular flat notes.
They're so cute.
They sure are. And, well, when they rehearse, you can hear them.
How long are you going to be in Vegas, Dino?
3 weeks. And then I'll have about 20 days off, and I'm going to take Jeannie to Europe. If we can sneak out of the house without the kids knowing it.
I didn't know you were going to Europe. Where in Europe?
Well, anywhere. I'm going to see it through the eyes of Jeannie now. Before I went with, Sinatra and all the...
Those are different eyes.
Well, they go like tourists. They go to a room, and that's it. I want to get out of a hotel. I want to go to the outskirts of Europe. Jeannie said, we'll, rent a car and we'll drive.
Of course, that's a dream of mine. I want to do that with Gary.
Yeah.
So I'll be very anxious to know what you did and how you did it when you got.
I'd like to do it with Gary too. I mean, me and him now. We play golf. We stop at every golf course.
Yeah, you'd certainly get out of a hotel room if you were with Gary.
Oh, sure.
What happens with the clan these days?
Well, there never was a clan. It was just a group of wonderful guys that hated each other. That's all. Frank and Peter and myself and Sammy, we just loved working with each other and going to parties, and so.
What is your latest picture that you all made together?
We all made together?
Yeah.
It was a thing called Robin and the Seven Hoods.
That's doing very well, I hear.
Yeah, it's gonna be all right. It's just a takeoff on the Untouchables, but we did it tongue-in-cheek. And I just finished Kiss Me Stupid with Kim Novak, and Billy Wilder directed it.
Not bad.
Oh, no.
Not bad at all.
I waited about 10 years to do one with Billy.
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
He's something.
You say you do a picture with tongue-in-cheek. You live your whole life tongue-in-cheek. That's what we kind of talked about in the last couple of days.
Lucy, how else are you going to live it?
Well, other people find devious methods, and none of them as successful as yours. I would love to know where you first got this attitude about life. Have you always had it?
I think I've always had it, and since I've been in show business, which I want to say something for the whole audience. I mean, speaking of actors or actresses, if you ever hear an actor or an actress saying, boy, it's hard, this is not hard.
No, we're doing what we love to do.
If you enjoy anything you work at, you're going to be a success. And I hear these guys, these actors, I don't like it. Why are they in it? Because it's such an easy, wonderful
I never
job
believe
to
them.
do.
I never believe any of them when they say
You cannot
that.
believe it, because I never come home and say, boy, I'm tired. I had such a hard day kissing Kim Novak. That's a little ridiculous, isn't it? Huh? All right, it'd be a hard day kissing Frank Sinatra, yeah, but not Kim Novak. An actor's job is the easiest in the whole world.
Well, it certainly is apparent that you love life and love your work, and God bless you for it. I'm sure when you hear what Jeannie said in the last 2 days to me, I think you'll be very pleased.
Well,
You know, the other night when we were down to your house,
Yeah.
I just made up my mind I had to talk to Jeannie because I saw this wonderful setup that you have and the way the children were acting and reacting. I just had to know how she did it, and she told me. And I'm just thrilled. What were you going to say?
I was just going to say that I think I got a girl, Jeannie, that no one could find one like her. She's just
You sure got a girl.
fabulous.
I remember when you fell in love with Jeannie.
Yeah, I was at Slapsy Maxie's.
Well, you were on the set the day that I saw you. You were on the set of a picture. You were making a picture with Jerry.
Yeah.
I could tell that it was a long-range plan you had in mind.
Well, I first saw her at Slapsy Maxie's, and I looked down there, and I said, boy, that's...
Really? You
that's,
saw her in the audience?
She was sitting with this Bob Neal, this oil man.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know Bob Neal too well, but I went right over. And she's adorable.
What I brought up yesterday was the fact that it's so apparent that none of your children want to leave home. No matter what age, they regret leaving that house.
Well, they have too much fun there.
Yeah, they sure do. Craig finally got married and moved away, but I guess the Army finally did it for him.
Well, I thought I was losing one. I was, end up with 6. Now I have 8. You had a kid. I got 8 now.
Well, you're the youngest grandfather I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, God love you. Thank you very much for dropping in today.
Lucille, I know that this radio thing of yours is going to be a real success because everybody loves you. That's all I could say.
Thank you. I just am going to try to keep it on this same keel and talking about things that I think most of America is interested in, not just the gossip. I just have a feeling that my audience wants to know a little bit of what's in our hearts rather than on our heads, you know?
Gossip. I hate gossip. I don't read columns. Gossips.
No, the movie
No,
magazines these days aren't doing any of us any good, are they?
Yeah.
All the good things, they don't seem to want to print.
No, they'll never print a nice thing, you know. It's okay, though. We'll get them. I'll say that. And I want to say goodbye, Lucy. And Jeannie, sweetheart, I'm going to play about 18 holes, and I'll be home in February.
Goodbye, Dean.
Bye.
Well, Gary, this certainly has been a very pleasant and exciting week for me.
Well, Lucy, may I say that you wrap things up very nicely?
Thank you, dear. I just love chatting with our guests. Weren't they great? Danny Kaye and Bing and Dean and Jean Martin. I just hope our listeners enjoyed them as much as I did. But now, Mr. Producer, whom do you have in mind for next week?
Now, you just leave that to me, honey. Remember, everybody loves Lucy.
Oh, well, thank you.
Come on, honey, I'll drive you home.
I'm with you. Have a nice weekend, everybody. See you Monday.
Yep, tune in Monday, folks. Bye.
Hi, this is Lucy, and I am out at Warner Brothers Studio on the set of Marriage on the Rocks, which stars Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, and Deborah Carr. A couple weeks ago, you may recall, Deborah Carr was my guest, and just last week I visited with Frank Sinatra. Today, I finally caught up with Dean Martin. Hi, Dino. Nice to see you.
Well, it's nice to see you again, Lucille. Lucille.
Do they ever get any work done on this set?
Oh, yeah.
So far, all I see are laughs.
Well, we're only 3 weeks behind. That's all.
Tell me, what's it like working with Frank Sinatra now that he has become a director? And now he's back to being an actor on this picture, but what happens? Is there any change?
It's the same as working with him when he was just a singer.
What do you mean by that?
Well, he hasn't changed. It's the same thing. We just have laughs. We make nice pictures, and we have a lot of fun. We get our work done. This picture will be through right on time. I mean, only half of it will be through, but it'll be on time. They're waiting for this.
I love this whole idea. There's so much tragic truth in this comedy that you're making that I think the idea is just great. Marriage on the Rocks has...
I've drank everything but Marriage on the Rocks. Everything.
Have you decided to make this your career, or are you going back to babysitting?
No, what is that? Oh, I'm through with babies.
Oh, you
Oh,
are?
7's enough, and
You
now... Oh, it's too much.
You are sort of related to me these days, Dino.
Yeah, with our little boys.
Our little boys are so busy in their combo, and neither of us can say anything to them because they're just sort of following in their parents' footsteps, aren't they?
It seems that they know everything. They know
think they
everything.
do.
Just like when I was a child, I thought my father and mother were so dumb until I became about 25, you know?
Yeah,
I
square.
didn't think they knew anything. But that's the way it goes.
How do you manage at your house with all of the different ages and and their friends? How do you unravel all of their wants and likes and dislikes and everything? Or does Jeannie do it all?
I don't go home. That's how I manage. I have a little place here at Warner's, and I stay here. I call in twice a day. I just don't go home.
The true administrator. Put it all in the hands of someone else, right?
I leave it up to Jeannie. She takes care of all the kids.
Yeah.
I have enough trouble taking care of the cronies I play golf with.
The dramatic things that you have done, Dino, are so sensational. Do you feel an affinity for that type of thing, really? Seriously, I'm being very serious.
I know
now.
you are.
Do you really feel better doing that type of thing than you do sort of this off-the-cuff comedy?
Well, I feel better doing the dramatic things, but
But why?
well, it's because it's different than what I have been doing all my life.
More of a
Comedy.
challenge?
Oh, it's a big challenge, and I enjoy it at times much better than doing comedy. It's for my own satisfaction. I don't know how it comes across, but it's beautiful to do something else, you know, than something that you know you are pretty good at. But the challenge, the dramatics, especially the heavy dramas that I have done or I'm about to do, it's something different. It's wonderful.
What's the heaviest now? The one with the
Well, I
Maureen,
did. Yeah, I
Maureen
did.
Stapleton, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Geraldine Page. I did
Oh, yes,
Toys
Maureen
in
did the play.
Attic.
Geraldine Page, Toys in the Attic, and the one you're about to do?
Well, I have a few things coming up that are going to be very,
Well,
very
you have no
heavy.
titles you can give me.
No. And I just finished another one, a Western with Duke Wayne, you know, the Sons of Katie Elder.
I
We're
hear
down
that's just great.
It's pretty good. It's a good Western.
I suppose here at Warner's we shouldn't be plugging other pictures.
Oh,
But,
certainly.
I hear that is just sensational.
Durango wasn't it wasn't nice to live in Durango for 9 weeks.
I know, it's kind of quiet down there, isn't it?
Oh, it's grand. My cabin I had down there. The spiders turned my bed down every night, you know.
Tarantulas.
Oh, everything. And some cousins.
You know the one I loved you in was the one with Shirley MacLaine and Frank.
Oh, some came running.
Oh, Dino, I thought that was the greatest thing I've ever seen you do.
That was good. That was
Just
it was a good role
marvelous.
for me.
Just a great role. It was one of your first away from the real kind of slam bang comedy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, I guess working with Shirley MacLaine and Frank at the same time is pretty great too.
Oh, sure.
Shirley MacLaine is, to my mind, the one of the great, great, great actresses. She's so natural that people don't realize how great she is.
That's what a good actor is. If you
Yeah.
can make everybody believe that it's easy. It's
But a lot of people don't recognize
no.
that fact.
Oh no, they don't.
She's so natural that where is she now?
She's here. She just finished a few good pictures, and we, Frank and myself and Shirley, are about to do another picture. We can't reveal the name of it, but
Oh, that's great.
we're going to be together again, and very
Marvelous
happy.
together.
But what I'm happy about is working with Deborah Carr here. In this
Hey, how about that gal?
Is she something?
She sure is. She's a great, great lady and a great actress.
And she loves to have fun.
Yeah, she's having a ball on this set.
Yeah.
She says she does not sure there's any work being done, but she's certainly having a good time. She doesn't even want to go home. She says on her days off she'd rather be here than go anyplace because this is like a party all the time.
Well, can you imagine her doing the Watusi? She does that in this picture.
I missed it. I hear she was just adorable.
She's cute. Tell you. She
Beautiful
don't look
lady.
30 years old either. You know, she's beautiful. Real nice. And you're still interviewing a lot of stars, aren't you?
Yes, I'm having a ball.
You know, this is a wonderful thing that you do all the time on the radio.
Well, thank you, Dino. If I didn't do this radio show, I wouldn't get a chance to talk to anybody that I really want to catch up with. And I especially love to catch them while they're working. Like today, here on the set of Marriage on the Rocks. I think it's much better than trying to catch you coming off the golf course or something. Uh-oh. They're calling you on the set, Dino.
You ought to hear what they're calling me.
Thanks very much for being with me. I've been talking to Mr. Dean Martin. I hope you've enjoyed listening.
Bye, and I love you, Lucy.
Thank you, and bye-bye. And I'll see you all on Monday. Hope you'll join us. Have a pleasant weekend, and thank you for your wonderful letters. I certainly do enjoy them. Now, remember the address, Let's Talk to Lucy, Desilu Studios, Hollywood, California. Bye now.